Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at ARB. We're going to go ahead and take a look at bigger picture here. This is kind of a better, more worst case scenario. And what I mean by better worst is just that there's a good chance we won't see these levels of retracement. I just like to kind of put that out there so you can kind of see. I'll post this on our playout chart as well in case you're curious. But these are effectively just the areas that are commonly retraced to 0.5, 0.618, and 0.382. Okay. So in this instance here, we saw a previous resistance level. The price spent a lot of time at 171. We can presume that 170/171 area is an effective support level if it pulls back to that level. Keyword is if, all right? We're also going to look at larger time frames here too and understand as well potential areas of continuation because I got my fibs reversed. If you're not familiar with that, you can just reverse your fibs, kind of give some anticipation of the next high. And a lot of times it comes between 0.272 and 0.618. Or 1.262 or 272 and 1.618. So basically this area we can see 275 upwards of 325 would be the range of a better case scenario if the price continues higher. So what we want to look at is a couple things here before we get started. I do want to kind of note I'm not a financial advisor. I love to teach people to trade. I really truly do hope you can learn something today. If you want to learn a lot more, jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. Specifically Discord, we have a lot of good traders over here, and it's just a phenomenal experience. My trading signals too that I share with my premium members and premium plus group. VeChain, we took 60% in 2 days. Chainlink, 1 day, 34%. Solana, 42% in 3 days. Celestia, 61% in 1.5 trading days, roughly. So again, these are all just trades that I share with my swing trades, or these are my swing trades I take rather, that I share with my community. And then of course we've got my day trading bot that's just scalping the market, basically. Solana, Matic, handful of other coins too. I mean, this thing stays active, right? So ETH 36%, XRP 30, XRP 22. There are some older trades in there, but for the most part, they're designed to be scalps and quicker in and out trades. All right. All that said, reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, CryptoCash.tech is a site. We've got limited slots available. Just got to let you know that. Okay. With what we're looking at here, what do we want to focus on the most? Well, ideally, moving above these ascending trend lines here is most important. So we're just going to go ahead and draw out kind of a newer trend line here that runs fairly concurrent with the 20-day SMA. This is, again, not a guarantee. Everyone's like, hey, what are these arbitrary lines on the charts? This is exactly what they are. They don't mean anything, but it helps me kind of get perspective on where we're at with these trends and that we can kind of, continue to move in the right direction. Okay, so again, trend lines, drawings on the chart. This is kind of a form of artwork, right? But for the most part, they're telling based on history, and history is telling us that in the last 20 days, we've seen the moving averages below the price action, letting us know that the price is bullish. Okay, that's really all there is to it. Taking a look at the moving average convergence divergence, we got an MACD FU recently, nice little bounce there. Same thing with the stochastic RSI, converging to the upside, traditional RSI, money flow index high. Now you could be like, wait a minute, Cash, what's the deal here? The money flow index is lower than the RSI. That's actually normal on a daily time frame. So I'm not super concerned with it. It's mainly because these candles and the average amount of volume hasn't caught up with the candles yet. 4-hour time frame is a little bit more specific. This one is where we want to see the MFI above the RSI. This is a good sign. We're no longer overextended, but we got a lot of money to support this price action. That much more of a reason why the price should sustain itself. Okay. Furthermore, we see stochastic RSI coming down, letting us know there's potential divergence, and as well as the fact that we are seeing MACD losing its momentum. Okay, so all those things put together tell us that the range of $2.10 upwards about $2.40 is likely going to be the new range for this coin until it breaks above or below. Previous resistance turned support at 210. Strong likelihood we'll see that continue moving forward. So those are some positive contributing factors. We're above all moving averages too, so everything's just well and good here. There's literally nothing here we can see this super crazy. We did hit an overextended state at a 9. We're down to a 3 now. So hypothetically, if it continues to its inverse 9, we're going to see roughly another 6 times 4, 24-hour more continuation of the downside potential. Okay, emphasis on potential doesn't mean anything. Again, patterns behave the way they do until they don't. So I'm not super convinced that we're going to see a 9, but if it does pull back, that probably consolidate nicely at about the $2.10 mark, or $2.10 mark. I'm going to go ahead and add alert close to that, just so I can get perspective on it later and see if it might be worth taking along. Because again, I love to buy the dips when the price breaks through a resistance level, comes back down to retest. Commonly, we see the price continue upwards from there to retest its most recent level of liquidity. So speaking of liquidity, there's just a tiny amount up there. There's a larger amount down here, but that's down as low as 157. That's about a 25% drop. That's quite significant. I don't think we're going to see that. What we should see here, however, is the price continue to go sideways or up. Now, again, it can still pull back, don't get wrong. That's definitely an option. But for everything we've seen here so far, it's got good continuation. We've got very healthy patterns on both the 4-hour and the daily. And the hourly is telling us here that we could consider taking profit on this coin if you have a long position open. Okay. Does that mean you open a short? Absolutely not. Gosh, I get so tired of people saying in the comments, you said, Cash said there's no long potential. Do I open a short now? When short? Folks, it's not as easy as that. You don't just jump right into a trade. It's like jumping into a relationship after you break up. You're probably better off waiting a little while to kind of focus on the right things and to learn from your mistakes if you made them, versus just jumping right into another potentially problematic situation. That's what this is here, basically. So the long story short here is that there's no short potential because this is basically telling us we have 3 out of 3 reasons to leave your long position open. However, that window of opportunity is closing here slowly, letting us know since we haven't increased past this resistance level, you may want to secure some profits. That's all it's doing. Okay, so don't overthink it, folks. It's all good. TD sequential, nothing really to see here. Nothing super substantial. It is somewhat working itself into a descending type of flag pattern. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see the price break out in the relative near future. The way that we invalidate flags, by the way, is if you break below the most recent high. So in this case here, if the price continues to progress like this, then that would be a bull flag pattern invalidation. If we can validate by doing one of these here, then I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Okay, so again, that's generally what we're looking at here for this pattern. So looking pretty decent all in all. I honestly think that's a very solid sign. If you take a look at the 15, we'll just quickly confirm, see if there's any confirming factors here. CC Golden is giving us some buy signals here. Just means we have confirmation on smaller time frames to potentially consider long. So we put all this stuff together, there's a decent chance we might see the price action increase and bull flag out. Okay. So all in all, not a bad situation for ARB. Please be careful shorting this coin. Highly recommend not doing that. And we will see here soon what happens next. Again, confirmation for me is ultimately just a little bit more consolidation at this level, breaking that 3 to the downside, and kind of getting us to plateau closer to 210. That would be awesome. So if we can get one more leg down here and get in closer to about 210 to 220, or sorry, 210 to 215, that'd be optimal. All right, folks, that's all we got here for today. Last thing, actually, no, this is extremely important. I have a lot of questions about, what exchanges do I use for, KYC or VPN requirements? Well, you don't use those if you have that as a requirement. You use Bitunix instead. We are partnered with them specifically so our community members can benefit from being able to trade with leverage in the US and Canada and other countries without that requirement specifically. So Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below. If you use my link, you get some awesome rewards. And if you consider doing so, subsequently use that second link down below and you can join this trading competition. All the information is here. Just go ahead and take a look. It's really a lot of fun, and shouldn't incentivize you to trade more. Should just incentivize you to have fun with trading, which is the whole point of trading, is to ensure you secure profits and have a good time. If you're not, you're losing, right? Okay. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Comment below, like, subscribe, follow. Deeply appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.